Good day, kids. Today, in Quarter 1, Week 3, we will describe changes in solid materials when they are bent, pressed, hammered, or cut. What happened to the solid materials when bent, when pressed, when hammered, or when cut? Looking back to our previous discussion, solid materials can be grouped according to their properties. They absorb water. They can sink in water or they can float. And they undergo decay. Paper can absorb water. It can float, but when it absorbs water, it can sink. And it also undergo decay. Plastic bottle cannot absorb water. It floats in the water and do not undergo decay. Stone cannot absorb water. It sinks in water because of its weight, and it does not undergo decay. A slice of bread can absorb water. It can float or either sink in the water. When it absorbs the water, it also undergo decay. Metal spoon cannot absorb water. It sinks and does not undergo decay. Now, for our first topic, we will discuss the changes in materials when bent and when pressed. Solid materials have different properties such as size, shape, color, texture, weight, and volume. Solid materials can be changed in many ways. Solid materials can be bent, like metal. When bent, these materials may change their size and shape, but no new substance is formed. Only physical appearance change. Solid materials like metals can be bent without breaking. Shape change when bent. Some solid materials like plastic ruler can be bent and break. When bent, it changes its shape. When break, even size will change. The pictures show that solid materials can be pressed, like the dough, pillow, and cookies. When pressed, these materials may change their size, shape, or texture, but no new substance is formed. Only physical appearance change. Solid materials like pillow can be pressed and return to its original size. Only shape will change when pressed. Some solid materials like modeling clay can be pressed and does not go back to its original size and shape. When pressed, size and shape, even texture will change. Let's try this. Which characteristics of solid materials will change when you bend a plastic ruler? A. Color, B. Odor, C. Shape, or D. Texture? The answer is C. Its shape change when the plastic ruler bent. The shape of a paper cup may change through blank. A. Bending, B. Coloring, C. Melting, and D. Pressing. And the answer is pressing. In constructing a house, bending of solid materials is applied in a situation like A. Bending of steel bar, B. Bending of cement, C. Bending of wood, and D. All of them. And the answer is Bending of steel bar. Pressing solid materials will change their blank. A. Color and texture. B. Shape and color. C. Size and shape. And D. Size and color. The answer is size and shape. Which of the following is true when the solid material was bent? A. No new material was formed. B. New material was formed. C. New texture was formed. And D. All of them. And the answer is no new material was formed. Now let's learn together the second topic, the changes in materials when hammered and cat. Look at the materials. Solid materials can be hammered. When hammered, these materials may change their size, shape, or texture, but no new substance is formed. Solid materials like metals can be hammered into thin sheets without breaking or cracking. Some solid materials like hollow blocks can be hammered and break down into smaller pieces. Solid materials can be cut. When solid materials are cut, their size and shape may change, but no new material is formed. Let's try this. What properties of solid materials are changed when cut? A. Color and texture. B. Shape and color. C. Size and shape. D. Size and color. The answer is size and shape. Which of the following materials can be hammered and turned into a thin sheet? A. Galvanized iron. B. Hollow blocks. C. Paper. And D. Wood. The answer is galvanized iron. Kobe needs to get some wood for their campfire tonight. Which is the best tool that he can use to cut wood? A. Axe. B. Cutter. C. Knife. Or D. Scissors. The answer is axe. Mila is going to cook for lunch. Which material is the best for her to use in cutting meat? A. Axe. B. Cutter. C. Knife. And D. Scissors. The answer is knife. Which of the following materials can be hammered and broken into pieces? A. Chalk. B. Clay. C. Paper. And D. Tin can. The answer is chalk. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and enjoy learning. Kids, can you identify how you can change the materials? Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and enjoy learning.